Hello students, let us begin with the new topic which is Cayley-Hamilton's theorem. So the statement of the Cayley-Hamilton theorem goes like this: every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. So this is the simple statement of Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So to understand the statement of Cayley-Hamilton theorem, let us take an example. Matrix A is equal to 2, 3, 4, 1. So in the previous video, we have seen that the characteristic equation of this matrix A is lambda square minus 3 lambda minus 10 is equal to 0. Now, this is the characteristic equation, and according to Cayley-Hamilton theorem, every square matrix A satisfies its own characteristic equation. That means if we are writing A in place of lambda, then we must get a null matrix on the right hand side. That means, therefore, by Cayley-Hamilton's theorem, what we must have? A square minus 3a minus 10i is equal to O. So here 1 will be replaced by the identity matrix I and 0 will be replaced by the null matrix O. Okay. So therefore, if we have to verify that the statement of Cayley-Hamilton theorem is true for this matrix A or not, then we must check that A square minus 3 times A minus 10i. So 10i is nothing but this matrix. So we have to check whether this matrix is 0, that means the null matrix, or not. And if this condition is satisfied, then we will say that the Cayley-Hamilton theorem is verified for this particular matrix A. So if we put the value of A square, A and I here, then we will be getting this minus this minus this. So this is what? 16 minus 6 minus 10, which is 0. Then 9 minus 9 again 0. Then 12 minus 12 again is 0. And 13 minus 3 minus 10 again is 0. Okay. So this means that when we are replacing A by the eigenvalue lambda, then we are getting null matrix on the right hand side. So this is nothing but the statement of Cayley-Hamilton theorem, that every square matrix A satisfies its own characteristic equation. So we can say here that the Cayley-Hamilton theorem is verified. So let us take one example. Verify Cayley-Hamilton's theorem for the matrix A is equal to this, and hence find A inverse. That means you have to first verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem and then you have to find A inverse using Cayley-Hamilton theorem, because it is written that hence find A inverse. So you have to use Cayley-Hamilton's theorem. So to verify Cayley-Hamilton's theorem, we must first find the characteristic equation. So in the previous video we have seen how to find the characteristic equation of matrix A. So the characteristic equation of A is, it is lambda cube minus s1 lambda square plus s2 lambda minus determinant of A is equal to 0. So it is lambda cube minus s1 is sum of diagonal elements, so it is 3 plus 5 plus 3 lambda square plus s2 is sum of minus of diagonal elements, so it is 15 minus 1 14 plus 9 minus 1 8 plus 15 plus 1 16 lambda minus determinant is 40 is equal to 0. So this implies lambda cube minus 11 lambda square plus 38 lambda minus 40 is equal to 0. So this is nothing but the characteristic equation of given matrix A. Now, to verify that the Cayley-Hamilton theorem is true for this matrix or not, what we must check? We must check that A is satisfied by this equation. That means we have to verify A cube minus 11A square plus 38A minus 40I is equal to O. So now we will verify the Cayley-Hamilton's theorem. That means to verify Cayley-Hamilton's theorem, we must verify A cube minus 11A square plus 38A minus 40I is equal to O. So here we have to first find A square and A cube. So I am writing here A square is equal to, A square is nothing but the product of matrix A two times. So it is A into A. So A into A is given by this matrix A square. And then similarly A cube will be A square into A. So I am writing A square from here and into A is equal to A cube. So now we can put the values of A cube, A square, A and I in the left hand side of equation 1, and then we have to check whether we are getting a null matrix of order 3 by 3 on the right hand side or not. So if we are getting a null matrix on the right hand side, then we must say that the Cayley-Hamilton theorem is verified. So what is LHS of 1 then? So it is A cube. So you have to write A cube matrix here minus 11 times A square. So write down the A square matrix here plus 38 times the matrix A minus 40 times the identity matrix, which is given by 1 1 1 0 0 0. So this is equal to what we have to check. So I have substituted all the values of A cube, A square, A and I, and then we have to check whether we are getting a null matrix or not. So you can verify here 25 minus 99 plus 114 minus 40. So this comes out to be 0. Okay. So that means what? The first entry is 0. In the similar manner, you can verify all the entries and you will be getting all zeros here. So since we are getting a null matrix on the right hand side, we can say that the characteristic equation of matrix A is satisfied by A. So hence we can say that the Cayley-Hamilton theorem is verified. Now in the second part, we have to find A inverse using Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So by Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we can write this statement: A cube minus 11A square plus 38A minus 40I is equal to O. So if we have to find A inverse, what we can do here? We can multiply throughout by A inverse. So if we are multiplying this equation throughout by A inverse, we will be getting what? A square minus 11A plus 38I minus 40 times A inverse, and this will be equal to a null matrix. So from this we can write A inverse is equal to 1 by 40 times A square minus 11A plus 38I. So to find A inverse, you have to put the values of A square and A in this equation and you will be getting A inverse. So this is nothing but 1 by 40 times A square. So A square is what? 975, then minus 9, 25 minus 9, and then 7 minus 7, 11, minus 11 times the matrix A, which is 3 1 1, minus 1 5, minus 1, and 1 minus 1 3, plus 38 times the identity matrix, which is 1 1 1, and then rest all the elements are 0. So 1 by 40 times this equation will give you the value of A inverse. And solving this equation, we get A inverse is equal to 1 by 40 times this matrix, which is our final answer. Now in the second example, if the matrix A is 1, 4, 2, 3, then we have to express this polynomial of degree 5 as a linear polynomial in A. Linear polynomial in A means what? We have to reduce this polynomial into a polynomial whose degree is 1. Linear means a polynomial of degree 1. So again we have to use Cayley-Hamilton's theorem. So A is this. So given matrix A is equal to 1, 4, 2, 3. So if we have to use Cayley-Hamilton theorem, then we must know the characteristic equation. So therefore the characteristic equation of A is, so it is what? Lambda square minus S1 lambda plus determinant of A is equal to 0. So it is lambda square minus S1 is nothing but sum of diagonal elements, so it is 4 lambda plus determinant of A, so it is 3 minus 8, which is minus 5. So it is minus 5 is equal to 0. So this is the characteristic equation of matrix A. So therefore by Cayley-Hamilton's theorem, what we can write? That A square minus 4A minus 5 times I is equal to O, the null matrix. So we have to use this statement to reduce the given polynomial into a linear polynomial. Then you have to reduce this polynomial into a linear polynomial. So for that we will be using a statement of Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So for this what we have to do? We have to take A cube common here and then write down these values A square minus 4A minus 5I so that this can be replaced by a null matrix later on. So after writing this we have to make the appropriate arrangements. So here we can get A cube into A square is A to the power 5, then this into this minus 4A4, then minus 5A cube. So here we have 7A cube. So we have to write one additional term of minus 2A cube. And then rest of the terms can be written as it is, plus 11A square minus A minus 10I. So this is A cube into this will be replaced by the null matrix, and then minus, you can take 2A common here and again write down the same polynomial which we have obtained by using Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So it is A square minus 4A minus 5I. So again make the proper arrangements. So it is minus 2A cube, yes, we are getting it, then minus 2A into minus 4A, it is 8A square, and here we have 11A square. So we have to write plus 3A square additional term plus this is 2A into 5I, which is 10A, and here we have minus A. So we can adjust here minus 11A and then rest is minus 10I. So this is equal to O minus 2A times again O plus, then again we can take 3 common here and write down this polynomial A square minus 4A minus 5I, and then make the proper arrangement. So it is 3A square, then minus 12A, here we have minus 11A. So we must write here plus A, and then 3 into 5, 15I, minus 15I, here we have minus 10I, so we must write here 5I. So at last we will be getting this is 3 times the null matrix plus A plus 5i. So this is A plus 5i is the required polynomial of degree 1. So we have expressed this polynomial into a linear polynomial of degree 1. So in the next video we will see some more examples on Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Thank you.